welcome to Rogues Gallery Incorporated. For those of you who don't know me, although I don't know why you wouldn't know me considering you've seen the promo to get you here, I'm Ugo Strange. And for those of you who followed me here from my channel, thank you very much. Now, before I get started, I want to get a few things out of the way. Yes, I will continue to make videos for my channel. The storyline there served as a break so I can take care of things like this channel and my blog. And if you haven't looked at my blog, go look at my blog! No, I will not be duplicating videos from this channel. All the videos done for this channel will remain on this channel, so you won't be seeing any of the videos here on my Ugo Strange channel when I start that back up in April. So with that being said, let's dive into my contribution to this channel. Movies, movies, movies. Everyone wants to talk about movies, but it always seems like people are talking about movies that have come out recently. I think a look back is in order. That's why, being the half-insane film buff that I am, I'm going to be taking a look back at some of the best of the worst movies ever, and providing a breakdown and analysis as to why they suck. Because saying they suck just isn't enough. And the one I'm reviewing today is a little gem from yesteryear we like to call Annihilation. Mortal Kombat Annihilation was the long-awaited sequel to Mortal Kombat the movie, which came out in 1995. Considering the massive success of that movie and the cliffhanger ending, it was almost 100% certain that this movie was going to get a sequel that would not only top the previous movie, but would earn more. Sadly, this doesn't happen, and Mortal Kombat Annihilation reaches a level of fail strictly reserved for video game movies. Now, I will say that I greatly enjoy this movie, if not for its unintentional humor, slapstick comedy, and laughable fight scenes. This is an extremely entertaining movie, and I remember seeing it as a kid and enjoying it, and I still enjoy it nowadays as a nice little pick-me-up whenever I'm feeling down. Unlike most awful movies, this one doesn't frustrate me to the point of near insanity. This one just makes me chuckle and wonder how the writers couldn't have come up with something better. Mortal Kombat Annihilation already got off to a rocky start when only 2 members of the cast agreed to return for the second movie, Robin Shou and Talicia Soto, Liu Kang and Kitana. It wouldn't be fair if I didn't say that many of the previous cast members expressed interest in returning but were already committed to other projects. The movie itself borrows heavily from the storyline of Mortal Kombat 3. Now, already that causes some major issues because nowhere in the movie does it say that Queen Sindel's soul was revived on Earth. For those of you who know the story of Mortal Kombat 3, Shao Kahn along with Shang Tsung and some shadow priests revived Sindel's soul on Earth, thus allowing Shao Kahn to enter Earthrealm and reclaim her. And since Shao Kahn split the realms, he causes the two to merge. In the movie, Shao Kahn simply opens the portal with help from his father, who I'll get into much later in this review. But I put this off long enough. Let's start the movie. Now, we pick up right where we left off last movie. Shang Tsung was defeated by Liu Kang and all was right with the world. Until the Emperor showed up, and as I said earlier, there are already major problems. But let's move on. As things get started, I can imagine many people who rented this movie are probably wondering if they accidentally rented a Power Rangers movie instead of a Mortal Kombat movie.
We'll come running to your side. We will protect you from your fright. All of us are on your side. We'll take them. We'll take them down. Fight!
Okay, so Raiden and Shao Kahn square off for a bit for no exact reason because this is Mortal Kombat and not God-demigod combat. Finally, Shao Kahn gets his ass kicked. I want to pause right here to say, look how pathetic Kahn is at this moment, crawling around. This is supposed to be the Emperor of Outworld. And then, a no-named lackey gives him an advantage by tossing him a whip. Isn't Kahn supposed to be the Emperor? Wouldn't if that guy wasn't there with the whip? Shao Kahn would have had his ass handed to him earlier on in the movie. Look how much that whip changed the entire game for Kahn.
You hide behind a human? Why not, Lord Raiden? You hid behind them your entire pathetic life. Surrender, Raiden, or this one dies.
Then I will take your generals, because Earth does not bend to the will of tyrants.
Okay, I want to pause right here. If Raiden could just take Khan's generals, why didn't he do that in the first place instead of attempting to fight Khan? So because Raiden is a dumbass in this movie, Johnny Cage dies. Excuse me, but if Khan could just kill Johnny Cage like he was nothing, why didn't he just save himself some time and kill Liu Kang and the others right away? Well, apparently Khan has great faith in his lackeys, and it's not hard to see why, considering a whip gave him an advantage. So Liu Kang and the others decide to use the Velospheres to travel away from Khan's extermination squads and gather help.
You can do much.
What about us?
The two of you will travel to the Hopi Mesa. You did great last time, Liu, but this time you will need help for what you're about to face. Go deep into the night. Seek out the council of one called Nightwolf. You will not find him. He will find you.
If I can pause right here, instead of asking Nightwolf to train Liu Kang, why didn't they just ask him to join them? I mean, think about it. If Nightwolf has some greater form of teaching he can bestow on Liu Kang, wouldn't it be wise to have Nightwolf come along with them? It wasn't exactly like Nightwolf was old and unable to fight. He was actually pretty young and agile. I've always wondered why in martial arts movies the great and wise sage teacher who knew great forms of martial arts were always old, and that's because any hero would logically ask that person to come along with them. Take Star Wars, for example. Luke didn't ask Yoda to come along because Yoda was out of practice and clearly no match for Darth Vader or the Emperor. However, Luke was still young and growing in the Force, so Yoda could pass along his wisdom and teachings. In here, Nightwolf just attacks Liu Kang, throws an axe at him, and has by far one of the worst scenes known to man! I'm okay. I went to my happy place, and I think I can continue. Just keep in mind, we're only 10 minutes into this bitch.
That's what she said.
I'm sorry. Moving on. I hate to talk about physics here, but during the Velosphere sequence, they are clearly traveling over a pit of lava, and Katana tells him to roll hard to the left.
Where are we?
The interchange, roll to your right, hard!
Good!
I've always wondered what would happen if Liu Kang didn't roll hard enough. Would they just lose momentum and fall into lava? Also, why didn't Raiden just teleport the team to the locations they needed to go? We'll see later on that Raiden does indeed have this ability to do so. Hell, we've just seen Khan and his team teleport, and from what we'll learn about these two later on, it wouldn't be too much of a stretch for Raiden to have the same ability. But we'll get into that. So we join Khan in Outworld, and he's greeted by someone. I'm not sure if many people know who this man is. I admit I didn't know who this guy was until 2001, mostly because his name is never said in the movie. Shao Kahn addresses this man as father, and for those of you who are wondering, this man is Shinnok, the main villain of Mortal Kombat 4. I'm not going to get in the continuity issues of Shinnok being in this movie, let alone being Shao Kahn's father. Hell, I'm still not entirely convinced Reiko isn't Shao Kahn. Anyway, what is it with the useless theatrics in this movie? Why did Khan have to flip down from his throne? Couldn't he have walked? I have this hilarious image of Shao Kahn flipping to the kitchen and flipping to a meeting. The flips add nothing to this scene. It just shows that Khan is hell-bent on showing off. I admit this is just nitpicking, but honestly, Shao Kahn walking down the stairs would have made this scene a bit more dramatic.
Tell me, did you make Raiden beg for his life before destroying him?
Raiden is of no concern to us.
You let him live?
Khan says this about his father's inquiry.
He could not be stopped.
Then why the f*** did you fight him? You nearly got your ass handed to you, almost lost your generals, and retreated for no damn reason. He could have just easily slaughtered Earth's chosen warriors at the time. Johnny Cage was Earth's chosen warrior, and Khan wasted no time killing him. How is it that Raiden couldn't have been stopped? Raiden already established that he loses powers in Outworld, and Earthrealm and Outworld are merging, which means Raiden is going to be powerless, and he was already powerless to stop Khan from killing one of Earth's chosen warriors, and you know what? I'm just going to replace this with something that makes a lot more sense.
Else, but me and all the warriors float through the veins and the power of the warrior.
Anyways, now we come to one of the most cringe-worthy bits of forced romanticism I've ever seen.
Lou, if anything happens to me, I want you
Katana, I have lost everything.
The awful thing about this scene is that you can clearly see Robin Shaw was waiting for that line. It doesn't sound like a natural conversation at all. It sounds more like a forced cue. Like somewhere in Robin Shaw's brain he's assessing what she's going to say and then goes into his next line right off the bat. But I digress. Our first official fight scene begins and it's smoke. Now, I'm no technological expert, but sublimating circuitry makes no damn sense. Understand, Smoke is a robot that is able to transform into smoke. He is made of wires and machines and such. So, how is he able to transform like that? It's not magic because Sub-Zero will later on go on to say that Smoke was programmed to come after Liu and Katana. But am I the only one who finds this absolutely impossible? Okay, sure. In the game, Smoke is a robot, but the robot Smoke was a bonus costume and was later added to Mortal Kombat continuity. The original Smoke looked like Scorpion in a gray costume. How hard would it have been to have human Smoke in this scene instead of Cyber Smoke? Am I the only one who finds the idea of a robot changing into Smoke absolutely ridiculous? Screw you guys.
Choose your destiny. Flawless victory. Choose your destiny.